Ashley, I am picking up a strong energy emission nearby.
I see light coming from behind those rocks. Let's check that out.
Oh, sure. Always investigate weird stuff on an extremely hostile planet. Nothing bad could come out of that, right? Uh,
It is a large bioanomaly, Ashley. Just as expected.
Wait. This is an obvious trap, Mr. Riggs. This place looks strange and deserted, and there's a huge treasure cache glowing red right in the middle. It's as obvious as it gets.
Well, do you not want to open it?
Duh, of course I do. Let's just get prepared before we do that. Somehow I feel that we might get surprised, even though we expect to be surprised.
Human logic.
so the obvious and only choice of setting up defenses are the emulator towers and piercing floating piercer towers. Let's open her up.
Warning! We have enemies coming in from all around us. Base is under attack. Tower has been destroyed. Under attack.
Wait, there's two of them? How did I not see that?
Fireflies are visiting us tonight. There were only mud roners in that attack, including some very large ones. That was unusual.
This species appears to have higher intelligence than most creatures that we have encountered on this planet. Maybe they have intentionally prepared this trap.
I don't think so. They're not that smart, and I doubt they would have been aware that we were coming here. I think this bioanomaly must have served some special purpose to them. Maybe they were worshipping it, or maybe they were drawn to its energy.
We have seen similar bioanomalies in all parts of Galatea 37, but we still do not know what they really are. The things that they all share in common are that they appear to be much older than their surroundings, and that any attempt at opening them creates strong energy emissions that aggravate all creatures within a large distance.
Isn't this universal functionality strange? It would seem that these bioanomalies have the ability to control wildlife, and that they are using them as a protective mechanism.
A primordial organism that can control any sophisticated wildlife and appears in all parts of the globe? Sounds like a wild conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I agree that it's a far-fetched idea. Maybe someday we'll get to understand what's really behind this. A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting.
Oh yes, I completely forgot how you got this weapon. Might as well showcase it real quick here.
Research completed.
And there it is. 2 seconds.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting. Research completed.
6 seconds.
Research completed.
A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting.
Research completed.
small caliber based ammo with area based damage. Basic hit point gain per hit and homing projectiles.
Crafting completed.
So maybe basically a full automatic homing grenade launcher that uses small caliber type ammo. And that looks ridiculously huge. That wasn't much of a showcase per se. So let's do a lowest level common based bio anomaly just to see what it really goes for. Or we could have a automatically spawned attack wave. Okay, yeah, I used a shotgun, but other than that, not bad. Not bad at all. One last thing before we continue on with this DLC. The Fungal Swamp or Heart of the Swamp DLC is the best location if you want to set up a liquid compressor outpost once you're done with all of the main objectives.
We are back at the Fungal Swamp outpost, Ashley. We can move forward with your plan.
Okay, Mr. Riggs, let's get rid of these parasites from the tree. We need to spray the entire trunk with fermented garlemonium extract, and we obviously won't be able to do this ourselves. We need to build repellent drone hubs around the tree to cover the entire organism.
That is a special building blueprint, Ashley. I will enable it only when we are within the construction zones. Also, remember that you will need to supply these buildings with clean water to operate.
Roger that, Mr. Riggs. We can easily filter water from the mud.
Mission area expanded. Please check your map. I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position. Repellent drone hub in Zone A is online and operational. Fermented garlemonium extract distribution is commencing.
Creatures were huge! Wow!
I agree, Ashley. They were covered by big layers of fungal growth that absorbed most of our firepower.
They could pose a serious threat to our fortifications. Do we have enough data to determine which types of weapons would be most effective against these fungors?
No, not yet. We have to gather more data samples from these creatures. In the meantime, we have a bigger problem to solve. The group of fungors that came to attack us originated from a large island to the west of our position. I am detecting a lot of movement in that area.
They must have a nest or lair of some sort over there. Let's investigate that.
Repellent drone hub in Zone C is online and operational. Fermented garlemonium extract distribution is commencing.
I forgot to mention, there's also a fire type version of the icicle towers. They're called Inferno towers. And they shoot out their rounds like grenade launchers and explodes right above the ground like cluster grenades and spreads the fire damage.
Ashley, the fungors are hatching around those large mounds. We have to destroy them to stop their attacks.
Be careful, Mr. Riggs. This island is a fortress.
And she's not kidding. Let me show you real quickly. I knew the nuclear artillery tower had long range, but not this long. Wow.
Zone C has reached full parasite repellent saturation level. Zone A has reached full parasite repellent saturation level. We have destroyed all of the spawning mounts, Ashley. This will prevent further fungal attacks from this area.
That's one less thing to worry about. It feels like everything in this swamp is trying to kill us. Deadly walking mushrooms, plants spitting acid, plants bashing us with huge tendrils, and even plants that lob artillery-like projectiles at us. I don't think we're welcome around these groups.
If it is some consolation, Ashley, we can create a new gas grenade design based on the projectiles that those plants threw at us. It will not be of much use in this biome, but could be very useful against other types of creatures.
Ooh, that's nice. I'll try throwing it back at those plants, just to make them feel silly.
Whatever makes you feel better, Ashley. A new technology has been developed. New blueprints.
I'm not fond of a gas grenade idea. If you considered what happened during World War II, and then you add gas.
Repellent drone hub in Zone B is online and operational. Fermented ammonium extract distribution is commencing. Zone B has reached full parasite repellent saturation level. The entire mushroom tree is covered in ammonium extract. The parasites are fleeing. We should go to the base of the tree to see this.
This is amazing! The garlemonium extract worked even better than I expected. The parasite nests are dying, and the great mushroom tree is starting to bloom in some places. This is such a warm feeling.
Okay, Ashley. The first stage of your plan to save this fungus is complete. What do you want us to do next?
Now that the parasites are gone, I can see how much this organism is being strangled by that aggressive thorn vine. Let's go to the east side of the tree to take another look at the situation. I think it's the worst over there. Take a look at these thorn vines, Mr. Riggs. The ones that are on the ground near the base of the tree look natural, but the ones that are strangling the tree look different. They're much thicker and darker. They don't fit here.
I concur, Ashley. These thicker vines look like a mutated version of the natural green ones. Their thorns are piercing the trunk of the great mushroom tree. It looks like they are feeding on this organism.
Let's call them dark thorn to make a clear distinction from the natural thorn vine.
The damage to the tree appears to be deep, substantial, almost intentional.
What if the parasites that we just removed were not the real problem? Maybe they attacked this organism because it was already weakened by the dark thorn.
Some of these dark thorn tendrils span away from the tree. I am picking up a dense energy flux within them.
It's the resin, Mr. Riggs. The dark thorn is pumping out resin from this fungus and it's transporting it somewhere. This is the real root of the problem. We have to destroy these tendrils.
Wait. I can try to track that energy flux, and maybe we could check where that resin is heading out. Given this substance's energy capacity potential, we should not ignore that.
Smart thinking, Mr. Riggs. It's great to have you on board with this.
Energy flux mapping in progress. It is a complex branching structure, heading out in a few directions. I am detecting a larger energy condensation within a very dense part of the swamp. I am marking that location as a high-value point of interest for further investigation.
Excellent. We should go there as soon as possible. Great job, Mr. Riggs.
Wait a moment. I have picked up a small source of fungal resin very close to the fungor lair that we have just cleared out. It is not that big, but might be worth investigating.
Interesting. We should definitely check it out.
Warning! An aggressive horde is amassing near our base. Prepare to defend our base.
Look over there, Mr. Riggs. It looks like a smaller version of the great mushroom tree. Let's go see it up close. Isn't that another fungal fruit body from the same giant organism?
That is correct, Ashley. Both of these mushrooms are connected underground.
This smaller one looks much healthier. I can see fungal resin dripping from it. It's beautiful.
This substance is an incredibly potent energy carrier. We could easily break it down and use it as a substitute for plasma.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. We can use it directly to power shield generators, or we could run it through a plasma converter to produce supercharged plasma to fuel heavy artillery batteries.
But how?
On the quantum molecular level, this fungal resin acts as a containment field for singular antimatter particles. The containment fluid disperses when it comes into contact with certain fungal enzymes, which causes the antimatter to react with regular matter and produce energy. The amount of antimatter that is contained in this resin is incredibly small, but it's enough to fuel the metabolic processes of this fungus. It is practically liquid energy.
That sounds amazing. We can use whatever is dripping out of this resin tree, but let's not overdo it. It's the lifeblood of this organism. We could kill it if we start extracting this substance on an industrial scale.
Don't even bother with these ones, because then you have to drag pipelines from this, then set up a whatever you want that uses plasma or this resin up on the land. And with that, you have to place these floating defensive towers on each side, then set up walls and more defensive towers back on land. You get the picture. Now, let's see if we can survive this attack wave. Then move ahead.
Danger! Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight. Base is under attack. Ashley, I've detected a small piece of comet entering the atmosphere close to our position. It is highly probable that it will land close to our base.
We've calculated the comet's possible impact location. It's flying right above us. We have to investigate it as soon as it hits the ground.
Rift jump error. These are not the coordinates that we were aiming for. Something interfered with the jump.
How far are we from the destination?
A few kilometers. We landed in a very dense thicket. Our target is directly to the east of our current position, on a small hill.
Okay, we can get there on foot. Let's go.
Trust me when I say this, you want to set up a small outpost building here and a few defensive towers. I don't know how many times I died in this location when I first arrived in this location, thinking, oh, this will be just like all the other ones. How wrong I was. Ugh.
That's the all the fun I have left to do. Set up this mini outpost, some basic defensive towers, and then we'll continue this in the next part. So, wind turbine, focus.
Oh,
Ships are moving.
these guys are a reason why.
Base is under attack. I didn't expect that. These creatures were camouflaged as trees. We have to be extremely careful around here. The flora and fauna in this biome are extremely dangerous. I didn't expect that.
Really? Didn't expect it on a hostile alien. And what? I'm not gonna bother commenting on her stupidity. hope this part was helpful. And in the next part, we'll get to the root. Sorry, cliche, I know, but I couldn't resist. We'll get to the root of this problem. Have a great day. Reaper, Sun GL, signing off.